Coverage of EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Learner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. Frank, usual golf courses in the United States. We're in the state of Washington. Chambers Bay, what's it all about?
Well, apart from the scenery, Rich, which is magnificent, this is a walking golf course, so it's a chance to get out there, strut your stuff, and see if you got a game to match.
It's a links golf course. We think of links golf. We think of the home of golf in Scotland. Here we're in the northwest part of the United States, though.
Yeah, but Scotland's, well, it's transferred a little piece of land all the way across the Atlantic.
Down to the first tee now to get the round going, and a stout par 4, Frank.
Yeah, straight out of the gates. The wind, obviously, very important here. If you were to play into a head breeze, this would be just a mammoth hole, just under 500 yards. Fortunately, with a little prevailing breeze, though, it'll shorten up considerably. But Wilkes to tee that ball up, get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole.
Now it's that sneaky distance.
Ooh, that hurts. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
Now at the second and a medium-length par 4, Frank.
Yeah, a slight dogleg to the left, rather long, skinny green here, well bunkered all the way down the left side. Really anything down the right, and the natural contours of the land should kick that ball a little to the left.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Frank, what's the best way to access the hole location on this second shot here at the second hole at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's really set up with a drive. If you can drive it down the right side, you get a better view. Plus, you can avoid that ridge that's in the middle of the green on the left side. If you're coming in from the left side, that bunker on the right, now you realize why they put that there. Because when you've got a skirt to the right of that ridge, that second shot becomes a little more difficult.
1 under early in the round. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners. It's more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
That would be a great look at birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Has to like that one. Another birdie to get to 2 under par. Frank, here on the fourth tee, you get a good look, don't you, at what Chambers Bay really is all about.
It's framed beautifully, Rich, by the bunkers there, left, short, off the tee, plus the ones down the right side. You can see everything in front of you, but the hole does bend to the right. This is another one where you've got a generous fairway, but don't be fooled by that. It's fairway first.
Tough par 4 measuring 495 yards. Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that. That's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Getting set now over the putt. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Well, Frank, here at the 5th, and I'm not sure about my chances at a hole that's called...
For you, that's for sure, and 3-4 for a lot of people playing it today. Hole looks straight away, but you'll see it starts to pinch in, that fairway that is, by bunkers left and right, and those bunkers come in exactly where you're trying to hit your tee shot.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Frank, now at the 6th, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is, but once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though, and everything is in front of you.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree. Now the approach shot here at the 6th at Chambers Bay, and what's the key, Frank?
Well, I think it's a fun second shot, Rich. Too often people just look at the yardage and they blaze away, but really, if you wanted to play this hole as the Scots want to play the game, when the pin's at the back, you'd hit a low running shot that bisects those 2 bunkers.
That is an excellent play, the approach shot within 12 feet. Starting to feel it now, 3 under. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Frank, getting set for this approach shot, our featured golfer is a player, it's obvious, in full flight right now.
It is. This is where it doesn't matter what the sport is, and golf is a great example for it, though, where when you play your best, it's almost like you're just playing out of your subconscious. Everything happens, it just flows, and you don't really think about it.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Well, maybe next time. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Now at -2 for the day. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. Oh, what a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. These putts keep the round together. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. There's a birdie to get to 3 under. Really good mix of holes here at Chambers Bay. And Frank, we finished this front side with a par 3 after just having come off that long par 5.
And it's a beauty too. The tee is some 100 feet up in the air, so you get a great view of this magnificent golf course, and you realize why it's called a true links. This green here, though, it looks rather daunting, well bunkered on the right side, but you can see enough of it. And once again, links, use the bounce, and you can still kick one in there close.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Oh my goodness, Frank, that is painful.
Oh yeah, you'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you?
So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip.
Long, just met longer. That's an absolute beauty.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Just a couple of feet. And with that, he'll go to 3 under. Now on to the 11th, and Frank, we are looking at a long par 4 in front of us.
We are indeed, and it's called shadows, but there is love in the shadows here. Hit it over that dune down there in the middle of the fairway. If you can get it there around the 300-plus yard mark, then the hole obviously starts to get a little easier. That second shot, you'd like to hit a little bit of a cut in here, but there's 2 levels to this green, so make sure you're on the right level where that flag is.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still,
no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Has it, and he's 2 under par. Measuring 311 yards, the 12th, Frank, seems to offer an opportunity for a player to do something pretty dramatic here.
Yeah, it's called the Narrows. Really, it should be called the Temptation, because what player stands on a tee knowing he can reach and doesn't take up the gauntlet?
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. That's a head-scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Well, Frank, the player had a go at this. Didn't quite knock it on, so what's left?
Well, you can see why it's a drivable par 4, because all the problems really are around the green, all these slopes and mounds and undulations. So you've got to choose the shot that you want to play, and obviously the shot that you're going to chip with. Everybody normally just grabs a lob wedge. There's a lot of different ways to play these shots around the greens. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Good contact, good result. Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Frank, this is the 5th par 4 in a row, and they're not easy. This one here at 14, really a daunting tee shot.
It is. That's why it's called Cape Fair. A true Cape hole in golf, Rich, is when you've got to decide how much you want to bite off when you hit across a slight dogleg. And this one, really, you're going to be rewarded the further left you can go. There is one little bunker in the middle of the fairway that you have to avoid. That's going to be 320 or so yards off the tee. This hole, 546 yards, you're going to see a variety of second shots, or the length of second shots here, determined purely by the bravery of the tee shot.
Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
And he's made the green. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
So a tester from 4 feet. Man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Now he has this for double bogey. So with that, the score is now at even par. At last, Frank, a break from those long par 4s. We just played 5 par 4s in a row. Now the par 3 15th.
And also, as you can see in the distance, you can actually see a tree. It's one of the few that are on the golf course. Hence the name of 15. It's called Lone Fir. Not overly long, just a little short hole. But in a US Open, obviously they can play it at around 250 yards. It's just a fun par 3. But check where that flag is, because sometimes 3 is a good score here. But an easy flag position, then go straight at it.
So that was probably a makeable putt, but everything had to be right. The speed and the read didn't quite have it dialed in online there. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Now to the 16th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is a pretty short hole. What are the chances to come out of here with a birdie?
Well, you've just come off the short 15th. You can get on a little bit of a run here, providing you get in the fairway first. You're not going to have an overly long second shot here. But once again, this is a precision hole, a little bit like 15. This is a tabletop green, so you're going to have to be right on the money with that second shot.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
This is a good-looking shot. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 birdies for the round. Just 2 holes left to play. Now a par 3, the 17th, 218 yards, and all sorts of trouble, Frank, down that right.
Well, if you weren't beached at the 16th, then there's a chance you can be derailed, which is what this hole's called, at 17. Difficult par 3. You can see the bunker there in front, and once again, wind conditions. This is going to probably require one of the best tee shots, especially in the closing stages of the US Open.
That's just a poor putt right there. Nope. Bogey at 17. So they'll tap in. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 14th hole seems to have really taken him out of his game and shaken his confidence. But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Frank, let's hope he doesn't make double bogey now.
That's the saddest coming out in your Rich.
Just a couple of feet. Frank, he needs to right the ship in a hurry. That's a bogey right there.
Well, he's got to sort of wipe the memory banks too. He's still dwelling, I think, on that double bogey he made back there earlier in the round, and you know, that's carried over into this, and it's affecting the way in which he's playing.